the beat.
And what's up, everyone, and welcome to our first ever Cons of the Roundtable podcast. This is going to be a little different than our main podcast that we do. If you follow us, you know that we are very far behind on our main podcast, but we thought we would start something differently where we talk about major announcements, we give reviews, and yeah, it's going to be called the Cons of the Roundtable. So today I just have one Donkey Kong artist with me, Colin. Colin, how you doing tonight?
I'm good, Eddie. I'm good. Yeah. How about yourself?
You know, I'm doing very well. Thank you.
Yeah. I'm digging this more bite size approach. You know, we'll just give you a little nibble of the Donkey Kong artist.
Yeah, not the full hour like we usually do. There's not going to be any interviews on here. It's just going to be a couple people from the site. If you don't know the website, it's donkeykongartist.com. We'll have a couple of our staff writers on once a week. We'll be talking about all the major announcements and everything else that's going on. Yeah. And today was a big day, Colin, was it not?
It was a really big day. I did not think there was some sort of announcements going on, and I did not think I was going to get excited about this game maybe 6 months ago. And you could say the hype is building for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
So tell us a little bit about the announcement today. What made you excited? Because I've wanted a Super Smash Bros. For a while. I've been thinking about a Super Smash Bros. For a while, and when it was announced at E3, I was kind of like, it didn't hit me as hard as I think it should have hit me. So how do you feel about today's Nintendo Direct?
I'd say that my excitement has gone up quite a bit. The announcement itself, I'm not a hardcore Smash player. Most of my Smash experience was on the first probably 2 games, maybe 3. But I'm really looking forward to this. I think Nintendo's really showing, and Sakurai's really showing that Nintendo this time around, they're not making a Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. This is a brand new game. They're making tweaks to every character. And I think I'm excited because I feel like this is the game that's going to really unite a lot of people, because you have the ultra competitive Smash scene where people are really into, fighting games. They really like the competitiveness. Then you also have where I think more of where you and I are going to fit in. It's going to be the casual crowd. But I think it seems like they're going to add a story element to the single player. Also is going to draw on someone like me that's not really there to play just competitively. And I just loved, I think we should really talk about too, before I even ask you about your reactions, can we just have a really quick moment of silence for Luigi's soul right now?
Yeah, that was weird. I don't know how I feel. I do have to admit, I'm one of those people that stand on the aisle that's like, why is Luigi still the punching bag of Nintendo? Like, hasn't he suffered enough? Why do people keep making him feel bad about himself? You know what I mean? It's like,
it's Luigi,
dude. It's just mean at this point. It's bullying at this point. Like, when is Melania Trump going to jump in and be like, hey, this needs to stop?
At any point, be best, Eddie. Be best.
I'm waiting for it. But yeah, so does Simon Belmont from Castlevania, does that excite you at all? Like, that seems like a surprise announcement that everyone seemed excited about, but I'm kind of like, who cares?
It doesn't really strike. It doesn't really call to me, but also I'm not a diehard Castlevania fan. Like, I definitely have played a lot of Castlevania games over the years, but it doesn't get me excited. But also, the character roster playlist isn't something that I'm sitting there just like down, like, who's going to be next. I just am excited for a fun multiplayer game that I feel like a lot of people are going to have, and it's going to be in the best form too, where everyone can sit around with the Switch. Some people could play on a TV, and it's 8 players. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, it seems like this game is just going to have everything. It seems like if you're a Smash fan, this game is going to deliver on every front. It's going to have, I guess they're bringing back all the classic modes from like Nintendo 64 all the way to GameCube. So it sounds like and they're adding new modes to that, and they're even including a multiplayer tournament and an in-depth training area. So all you people that are looking for in-depth training areas, or arenas or whatever this is. And they really highlighted the music today, which was surprising to me.
I mean, it's Nintendo, they always have solid music. And I mean, that is cool. I think it's kind of cool they gave some extra time. And one thing to kind of backtrack that you just brought up, the training mode, that I'm really excited about, because before maybe a year or two ago, I was never crazy into fighters. I got really into Injustice 2. They had the best training mode I've ever in a game ever, regardless of fighting, I would say, that just teaches you the fundamentals. And I'm hoping Nintendo can do something similar, because a lot of complaints I'm hearing about from fighter fans lately is that Tekken 7 has no tutorial system whatsoever. So it's really difficult to pick up. I wouldn't mind, if I'm on my commute and I have a few minutes to kill, it's like, oh yeah, I really want to play with Link. I'm going to mess around and see what his combos are, see what his super is. And that actually I'm really looking forward to. And I'm hoping Nintendo builds something out that's easy to use and really teaches you without being too bare bones.
Yeah, that's a weird thing to be excited about, but I hear what you're saying. I really do hear what you're saying.
It's strange. I don't know. Like I said, I feel like Injustice 2 did such a good job where I was like, oh, and I felt like I was picking up the game, and I would go and take a character from the train mode and I'd actually be somewhat like hold my own. And it didn't take very long for me to get to that point. So I feel like it made me want to play the game and want to learn all the characters a little bit more. I know it sounds weird, but if they have a simple training mode, I'm going to be all about that.
Well, and I mean, it's essential for this game because there's like 8 billion characters to choose from.
Oh my gosh.
I wonder how hard it's going to be to find that character to really master. But I guess if you are a hardcore Smash fan, you already know like the ins and outs of most characters. But it just seems like it'd be overwhelming for a new player to pick this up and find someone to play with.
And I feel like a lot of the characters are going, because the whole point of this too is that they're bringing in new characters, but it's every character from every Smash Bros. Game ever, and yeah, I could see it's going to be tough to find your character. I know there's going to be people that are super into Smash Bros. They're probably going to have their mains that they're going to jump into right away. But this game is a new game. There's going to be tweaks. There'll be new moves. They're going to, nerf and, kind of make certain moves and characters more powerful. Also, I'm curious about this game too. What will be the ongoing support when it comes to updates? As someone who's not super in tune with the fighting scene, I'm curious is this going to be a game where there's an update once a month? I have a feeling it's Nintendo, maybe every 6 months or a year, but we'll see.
I think Nintendo's gotten real better about their updates, specifically with Switch, right?
Well, yeah, but the thing is with fighting games, it's a little different because when you tweak it, when it's a competitive fighting game, then that changes how tournaments are played. And so people get very sensitive about that. I don't know. I'm not, like I said, not my world, but I just was listening to some reactions to Evo this last weekend and just hearing talk about, who's using what character, who are the main used characters, and then who are like the low tier characters. It's almost like people are speaking in a foreign language, but it's very interesting.
It's not the same Smash Bros. That I grew up with. It seems like it's very technical now. It seems like this game is going to be on the same level as Melee. I think we might see this game kind of enter to the Evo scene, the competitive scene. So I feel like they're going to be balancing a lot. I feel like they have to.
Yeah.
And especially with the online capabilities too.
Yeah, you have the online tournaments, and also on top of that, kind of what you're just saying competitive wise, the fact that the holy grail of Super Smash Bros. Controllers is the GameCube controller from what I hear, and they are creating specific GameCube controllers for the Switch that you can use. So it just shows how big this game really is. And there's still people all here that they're like, oh, I keep my Wii or I keep my Wii U around just for Super Smash Bros.
And this is a sidetrack, if you are one of these people that enjoy the GameCube controller, you need to cut off your hands. That controller is abysmal. The controller is disgusting. So if you're one of these people that listen, I apologize if I offended you, but you really need to cut your hands off.
Also, I would love to hear if, anyone listening to this that is a huge fan, like my only assumption's been the GameCube controller is the go-to when it comes to competitive Smash, just for the fact that is the Super Smash Bros. For GameCube, is that the most beloved game and that's why people go to it? Or is it because it somehow is better? I mean, it has a big green A button in the middle and a bunch of weird, I don't know. It's cool. I think it's really cool fan service, but I'm not gonna spend money on it. But then again, that controller isn't targeted towards you.
Right. And I'm not sitting here knocking Nintendo for it. I'm just knocking the people that like that controller. So no. And props on Nintendo for fulfilling such a nice fan service. I think that's nice. Like I can just imagine like if they re-release some Nintendo 64 game and you want to get that authentic Nintendo 64 feel, them doing another controller. But that was another garbage controller too. So
Yeah, what? Just wait. I can't wait until the next Halo comes out, and they're going to give me the brick, gigantic, 5-pound Xbox original
Just
controller.
bad controllers all around in our lifetime. Just like super bad controllers all around. Thank God for the PlayStation.
Thank goodness for the PlayStation and the Pro controller, which I'm excited to play Smash Bros with the Pro controller.
Smash Bros is going to feel so nice on that Pro controller, though. It's going to feel so nice on that Pro controller. I'm very excited.
Yeah. Well, Eddie, speaking of like fan service, I don't know, did you see people freaking out about some subtle hints during the direct about a potential character that fans want so bad?
Why? Number one, why do people want Waluigi so bad? Like, when did Waluigi become such a popular character in the Nintendo mythology? And number two, like, why are they teasing this so bad?
I don't. Well, one, it could be much to do about nothing. But what happened is during the direct and some of the footage where Sakurai was talking about Smash, making an announcement he wasn't centered in the photo. He was put screen like left and off to the side, and behind his shoulder is just these two chairs that are super dark purple and a light yellow, the colors of Waluigi. So people are going bananas about it. They are clamoring for Waluigi. I have no idea what the infatuation with them is. I almost feel like it's kind of tongue in cheek and it's turned into this big thing where he's never really had a backstory. He's not like Wario where he's at his own games, yet he's somehow included in all these games over the years. And so I feel like he's just built up kind of a cult following that's turned into, one, a big joke, and two, I think people just, I don't know, it's just like with Mario Tennis Aces. Everyone was talking about how they, Waluigi's OP.
He is OP. He cheats in that game, to be honest with you. His reach is unbelievable in Mario Tennis Aces. And you know what?
Maybe it's a conspiracy.
I'm very upset because Luigi constantly gets shit on. Excuse my language, but he's just a punching bag in the Nintendo universe. While we have this Waluigi who's added absolutely nothing to Nintendo mythology. He's probably one of the worst characters in the Nintendo mythology, and people just clamor over him. I just don't get it.
I don't know, man. He has a cool mustache and makes a lot of weird noises.
That's all he does. That's all. He's annoying.
Hey, well, did you ever see the video of Wild Thoughts by Rihanna when they added in Waluigi noises?
That was amazing.
That was classic.
Look, my thing is, leave Luigi alone. Waluigi's garbage, making a punching bag of Nintendo. I don't like seeing Luigi getting stabbed like that, man. That just brought a feeling to my heart that I just did not. It just doesn't sit well with me, man.
Well, hey, it seemed like social media, everyone kind of has the same tone as you do. And who knows, maybe Luigi gets his moment. Maybe he gets his moment in this game. And that's what they're building up to. But I have a feeling it won't be at all. And he'll just continue to be the punching bag because that's Luigi. And Nintendo they carry the tradition of their characters throughout the years. Well, recent at least. It's not like the original Super Mario Brothers. You've seen Luigi act like a dingus all the time.
Yeah, that's true. All I'm saying is Luigi's Mansion was amazing. Quit. Give him props, okay? Give him props.
Hey, at least they got the Luigi's Mansion level coming up. So that'll be cool.
I mean, there's 103 stages, Colin. And 103 stages in this game, and I guess you can morph through stages mid-fight. So it just sounds like awesome. It's a Smash Bros. Fans dream. Maybe I just have to get my hands on it before I can get excited about it. Maybe I'm just not. I just have such a sore spot in my soul because they haven't announced Animal Crossing yet. I think that's where it comes down to it. But
yeah, but I mean, this is a breadwinner for Nintendo. This is going to continue to sell over the full life cycle of the Switch. There probably won't be another Super Smash Bros. When odds are there will be another like Mario game like Super Mario Odyssey. There could be another like Breath of the Wild type game on Switch. We won't see another Smash though.
Do we need another Smash after this though?
No, I don't. I mean, I think there's a reason they call it Ultimate. Who knows what the next iteration of Nintendo consoles are, but they're calling it Ultimate, I think, because they're saying this is the culmination of all of our games. And I'm excited to just learn some of the ins and outs. And the great thing about Super Smash Bros. And they're only adding more customization is you can make the game how you want it to be. You could play quick matches with your friends and it's you're playing a game in a minute and a half or 2 minutes. Or like when I was a kid, sometimes we'd bump it up to, like 50 lives each and just have a long battle and just fight, for an hour straight. And so that what I think is cool is you can kind of you can really tweak the game to fit a format you want. Do you want a bunch of items on the map? Great. Do you want nothing and just have a fighting skill? You can do that. So I'm excited for the customization.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. And this game is going to be phenomenal. Whether if you're a Smash fan, I think you're going to be satisfied. If you're not a Smash fan, I think it's going to bring a fighting game. And if you haven't played a Smash Brothers, like, don't play games anymore. So it's one of those games that is a staple to gaming. If you haven't played one, you should pick up a Nintendo Switch. This game looks like it has everything. I don't even know. Like, to wrap up, what characters do you want to see added? Are there any more characters that they can add to this game?
Yeah, I mean, I've read into this a little bit. There's a lot of Crash Bandicoot I'm seeing out there where you can see that. I think he'd be a really fun Smash character, honestly, with like a little tornado and stuff. Nintendo has had some relationships recently. So one, do you see Rabbids from Ubisoft?
Oh, he has an assist trophy. Two, I could totally see them as an assist trophy.
Oh, that would actually be really fun. You could throw a bunch of Rabbids at someone. So you got to wonder with some of their partnerships also, Nintendo has kind of been chummy with Microsoft. Do they get get Master Chief in?
No.
I would not be shocked if Nintendo or if Xbox did that.
Xbox,
I don't think it will happen.
I don't think so. No, I don't think Microsoft would do it. I think Microsoft, that's their bread and butter. I don't think they're ready. That's like a red flag, or that's a white flag. I feel like if you're lending your, well, I guess PlayStation gave it Crash Bandicoot is going to be.
Well, we don't know if Crash, but they have Solid Snake.
That's true, but that's.
So yeah, but it's different though. I totally get it as being like a gargantuan company like that.
Their mascot, you know what I mean? Like when you think of Xbox, you think about Master Chief. I think when you think about PlayStation, you don't really think about anyone. So,
but think about Microsoft's stance lately is that they know they've lost this battle, and so they have been doing weird things. And is Microsoft ever going to have an all-star type fighting game? PlayStation tried it and it didn't work out for them. I really don't see them getting into this space. So that's the reason why I think
who was in that PlayStation All Stars, like Jax, Daxter. I can't even remember.
Crash Bandicoot, Nathan Drake.
Okay.
Which I doubt Sony would give that one up, but that would be really cool to see him in Smash. Also, I could definitely see Octopath Traveler characters. Nintendo's really big into doing current games that they're really all in on. That's why you see a ton of the Fire Emblem characters from back in the day. So I would love to see him do what's his name, Theron or Primrose or whatever. Maybe it's one of those things where they have like 2 or 3 of them, and you can do an Echo character or Echo fighter for one, and then it's just give Waluigi to the fans already, so people can shut up. How about you? Is there anyone you're thinking of?
Everyone's in the game. Of course, I'm going to say what everyone else is thinking. I want to see. No, not everyone's thinking this. Just I'm thinking this. I'm thinking we might get one of those fighters from ARMS. I feel like Nintendo might put one of those characters in there just to be like, hey, this is another one of our properties. Please don't forget about it. Go pick it up. It would be cool to see like Celeste, but I know that was a multi-platformer, wasn't it? Yeah.
Oh, Celeste. Yeah, that was. But they seem to really enjoy. I mean, a small studio like that would be pretty cool. Or if they even just did, like you were saying, have a maybe a level or something like that. Since they're the Celeste art style was really cool. What if they got like somehow to do a level? That's the thing though that's crazy about Smash is it doesn't like crossovers. Just like Rathalos from Monster Hunter Worlds is in it, but not as a character. So that's the thing is they can bring in different properties, but they don't have to be someone you select in the title screen to fight as during the match.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, so I don't know, man. Like Rayman, I feel like that has been like one of those characters that people have been talking about are going to be in a game for a long time. So
because like you said, Ubisoft, like their connection with Nintendo lately, I could definitely see Rayman.
Absolutely, I feel like that might be like even their big announcement like with like Banjo-Kazooie, that'd be kind of cool too. But like
I don't know. I think there's gonna be some surprises coming up with that Conquer for Conquer's Bad Fur Day. That would be pretty cool.
It's just like at this point, it's do you want to see anyone? You know what I mean? It's kind of like they have everyone.
I mean and it's one of those things like we're talking about. This is going to be a game of a generation. They're not going to do, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate 2 and 3. So the roster's already so complete to me, and tons of names I don't even recognize. So I'm excited for it, but any character I know that they add in is just going to be icing on the cake at this point.
Wick.
Oh my gosh, John Wick in the game.
John Wick and Spider-Man.
Yeah, and Kylo Ren.
Okay, we're getting. And I think we are getting to our points where we need to wrap this up. So yes, thank you everyone for listening. If you are listening, those are our reactions to Smash Bros. Colin, is there anything else you want to get off your chest about Smash Bros? Anything you're dying to say?
No, just if anyone's a big Smash Bros fan and has some feedback, I know Eddie and I aren't the most diehard fans, and if there's stuff we got wrong or if there's some input you have, hit us up on Twitter, hit us up and just let us know, because like I said,
and if
noobs.
Someone could school me on this like Nintendo lore with Mario and Peach and Daisy and Luigi and Waluigi and Wario, that would be awesome, because I have no idea how they're related and what's going on. I would really appreciate that. But other than that, thank you for listening. Please check out the podcast, Donkey Kong Artists. You can Google us, Donkey Kong Artists. You can check out our website where we have news. We have other opinion pieces. We actually have a written cons of the Roundtable that we will post once a week. Also, make sure that you check out this podcast. Like I said, we'll be doing our reviews. We'll also be doing like major events. I think we're going to do another one of these pretty soon where we talk about Red Dead Redemption 2, because that gameplay trailer is coming out pretty soon. Thank you. Sorry. I think that's about it. Is there anything else, Colin?
Yeah. No, just really looking forward to. I think we're excited to start doing some more bite-sized stuff and start giving some reactions a little sooner, so we don't have to wait on the weekly format. And we can just if something big happens in the news, we can talk about it.
Thank you. Tweet us, email us, Donkey Kong Artists. Again, that name is everywhere. All you have to do is put it in Google. You'll find us somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Google us.
Bye. Bye.